Birth, the beginning of life. It's the spark that starts a story. The moment potential becomes something real. Birth isn't just for people. It's for legacies, traditions, and yes, even bourbon. Tonight, in Cumberland County, Kentucky, something new was born, a bourbon that carries the heart of two great traditions, Tennessee moonshine ingenuity and Kentucky bourbon craftsmanship.
It is like birthing a baby. It's a very special product. It's very handcrafted, and it's been a lot of work. So I don't know. I go back and forth when I think about it a lot. I get choked up a little bit thinking that, oh my gosh, we just created this very unique product, and then like I said, when I see the reactions of customers, everybody's going to love it like we do.
Jeremiah James Turbyville, known as Turby to his friends, was an engineer and moonshine innovator, aging his spirits with Cherrywood long before anyone thought to try it. For over 50 years, his Cherrywood shine earned a reputation for one thing: smoothness.
Our first bourbon we're releasing, our flagship bourbon, is called Turby's Cherrywood Bourbon. We have two strengths. We have one that's a 90 proof, and we have one that this one is 108.6, so a cask strength. So this bourbon was we partnered with Joe Turbyville, a friend of ours, whose dad used to make his own stuff. And when Joe's dad's stuff was really, really good, so Joe wanted to recreate it in something to honor his dad after his dad passed.
Tonight, Turby's legacy finds a new life in Turby's Cherrywood Bourbon, a collaboration between his son Joe and Southern Kentucky Distillery.
I mean, it was really just to sort of honor him. He was a very humble, honest, just a good guy. And he never sold his stuff. He made it for himself and for his friends. I don't think he would have ever tried to take it to that next level, to get it out there and do it. And so I kind of wanted to do it just to honor him and maybe to have something to pass on to my kids, because his stuff was really good for what it was. I mean, he was an engineer by trade. He was a very simple, he had a simple recipe, simple way that he aged it, and it tasted good and everybody seemed to like it. And so my idea was, with partnering with this distillery, we could do that a little bit better, using better grains, better yeast, better water, aging it a little better. That was the whole idea, and that's kind of what led us to where we are today.
He's a second generation distiller, kind of like I am. My dad was a makeshift distiller. He didn't have a distillery or anything per se. I mean, it was more of a hobby for him, and so we had a lot in common with that. And he's seen the distillery, and he's like, he would like to do something to kind of memorialize his dad, and rightfully so. Come down here and we talked several times, mostly him and Junior, and kind of come up with this plan. He tasted our distillate, really liked it, and that's how kind of Turby's was born.
What started with Cherrywood in the hills of East Tennessee now rests in oak barrels in Kentucky, bringing the best of both worlds together in a bottle. This is more than just a bourbon launch. It's history in the making. From grain to glass, Turby's Cherrywood Bourbon is about more than flavor. It's about family, tradition, and the stories we share. So whether you drink it neat or mix it in a cocktail, remember, in every sip of Turby's Cherrywood Bourbon, there's a story as smooth as the spirit itself. Introducing Turby's Cherrywood Bourbon, the newest birth in Kentucky bourbon, crafted at Southern Kentucky Distillery, where tradition and innovation come together to create something truly unforgettable.